I have been in the grips of major research and development projects. If a Sharpie cannot lie, then this is here it says, rebuilt, shift kit, low miles, reverse not working. A low mileage shift kit 904 transmission with a small block bell housing. It's the Gooder spline count. This is the spline count size that they make like off the shelf, like Boss Hoss performance torque converters. This might be a heck of a package. Definitely all good except needs a band up for reverse transmission. They might have opened it up and checked it and decided it was trash. Like, it still could be a builder, but I'm not a transmission builder, so it could take me a lot of time, and I don't know if I want to get that deep into it. That's what tonight's going to be about, or this video is going to be about. This one. That's why I got it sitting on the stand. I'm going to flip this over, pull the pan off, and check the reverse band and servo, and see if there's an obvious problem. I think I have to pull the valve body down to even inspect it, but I don't know. I don't remember. I took a 904 apart not too long ago, and I got this one here. Yeah, that's just a housing for a small block 904, but the insides of that were pretty roachy. But I learned a lot, but I didn't put it back together because I didn't have a need. So I have parts potentially, but this one's the the good one. This bolt is loose. That's always a good sign when someone says it's a good transmission, but it's falling apart. But and it's got a new gasket, so they at least did have it apart, and they painted it. So that's like a Craigslist rebuild. That makes it worth more right there. So Foto Campo's got the crud time-lapse zippy zip thing. We get mixed nuts from Walmart in these square containers, and they're real nice for parts. Transmissions used to be so scary. My first transmission was in a Nissan, I think, Stanza. That Nissan Stanza was a front-wheel drive car. The transmission didn't work. I pulled it out. I had a friend who supposedly knew how to work on transmissions. Looks like a pretty good amount of shinies. All the shinies. Yeah. I'm not real happy about that. The smell says something's wrong. Fluid looks really dark. Should be a lot pinker than that if it was rebuilt and not damaged. Metal material between where the filter and there's just too much garbage in here. I'm not comfortable with running that in a car that I want to drive. There's no obvious damage. It didn't like drop out the band. There's no obvious issue here. So I'm just gonna start taking it apart. With luck, I'll find something wrong with it somewhere. Maybe the band is cooked, but I don't think. I didn't change that, and it seems like it should have enough play, enough movement there to grab that band. I don't see any markings on this valve body that tell me it's anything super fancy. Maybe it just has a shift kit in it. I don't know. I don't know a lot about that kind of stuff. I guess we're gonna take it apart. Try and learn some stuff about that stuff. Learn by doing. What's the worst that can happen? I lose all my money and some of my time. But that's not even true because there's good hard parts in this transmission. Maybe I can figure out what's wrong and fix it. Maybe it needs clutch packs or something like that. I didn't think clutch packs would make me lose just reverse. But then again, a Sharpie has never lied to me in the past, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Selector shaft stuff. Yeah, that fluid is terrible. Burned, nasty, yucca, yucca, yucca. Not what I want to see. And then Buffalo Campo's going to come out here. He's going to say, what are you doing? And I'm going to say, I'm working on this transmission. And he's going to look at these two engines on the stands in various states of confusion and say, why are you starting something new? I said, well, I'm not starting something new. I'm on a different stage of the project. I have not built, I need to do the transmissions. I was busy working on engines and now it's transmission season. I don't know. If neither one of these work, I got a 727 that I know is good. It just needs, all it needs is selector shaft seals. How about now? How about now? Come on out of there. I mean it. There you go. And you just gotta not be too scared. I ain't scared. Somebody put the bigger size fittings on this. Bigger than what was factory. The factories are these little bitty ones. So somebody's been in here. I don't know. No. Somebody was hot rodding, I'll bet. Tore it up. Tore it up. I don't know. Maybe it is just reverse. Maybe there's something wrong with the valve body that won't actuate reverse. You know? You can't know until you never know, you know? And then we've got to take all these valve body screws out. Tonight. What do I got in here? I forget. What's holding it in? Oh, the parking pawl. Well, that usually doesn't that just pull out? Don't you just forget how I get the parking pawl out, people? The pawl. Parking pawl. Come on out of there, you. Okay, it's still attached to the other valve body, so it's nothing fancy, just stunned or something. What you doing? Why aren't you coming out of it? Are you stuck? Are you not very bright in the head? Is that I don't remember how it goes. Oh, there it goes. You gotta have the shaft. The output shaft has to be in the right location, and then it comes right out. See, look how filthy it is. That doesn't look new or clean. That's suspect. That's really suspect. I don't see anything there that looks aftermarket. It just looks like a dirty old. Keep taking stuff apart till you figure something out. That's got purple spring. Color spring's supposed to be in there. You know, maybe the pump's burned up or something. There's a lot of gum, grunge. That it was sitting up on its end. I had it standing up on its face, so all the gunge is up here. So that's helpful. So we're getting there. I have a feeling we've got a. I don't know what I don't know enough. I don't know enough. I have a feeling we're gonna learn stuff. Learning is fundamental, right? Education is fundamental. Food is fundamental. Something is fun. I am mental. All right, this is the part where we hopefully liberate the front pump. I'm gonna look at that, see if it's burned up or what, if it's salvageable. I don't know if it'll come out easy or if we'll have to really fight with it. I don't know. I've seen worse. It's not all corroded. Little bolts came out easy, so that seems good. I learned a little bit about it last time. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to use a little trick I invented where we just use gravity to help us get it out of there a little bit. Okay, there's my tool to make sure the pump and everything else doesn't go crashing into the floor and nothing gets broke, right? And what I got to do, maneuver this heavy beast. Luckily it's a 904 because a 727 weighs even more. Okay, maneuver this beast where I can get it down off the stand. Oh, I wish I had help. Oh, okay. And then give it a little. There it goes. That's all it takes. Pump is liberated. Oh, front drum, some other things. All right, so now we're really making progress. Really going quick now. How about now? Right. Hey. Okay. Now we can take this band out. Let's inspect this band. I bet that band is bad. How cooked is that? Is it supposed to do that? Maybe the newer version of band is springier. That seems suspect. You know? No, that ain't right because let's see. Is it? That seems okay. Well, I don't know. That seems really springy. Is it just a cheap band or is that something wrong with it? Is there something wrong with it or is it just a cheaper version of Flexi band? Is that the expensive one that everybody actually wants? I don't know. When I find something else, I'll show you. I'll come back next time I find something. Alright, I feel like we might be getting closer here. This clearances on this seem sloppy just by eye. That seems pretty sloppy. That's out of tolerance. I could tell by the way that it is. See it there? So much movement we got. There's a tolerance there, and this ain't it. My camera work is terrible right now.
Okay, that radio's real fuzzy sounding. I thought you said when you hear me in the ears, I thought you were in the house.
Ah. Okay, I think this is definitely an indication of burned up clutches here. You could see, look at the streakiness. All the streakiness. Oh, look at this one. This clutch has no wear material at all, and it's warped something terrible. Yep. Never gonna run like that. That's a definite problem. That steel is cooked. That one's got clutch material on one side and nothing on the other side. So that's a burnted one. This one is fine. We could reuse that one. That one's good. Save that one for later. But yeah, these other ones, see this one, this steel is roasted, gently roasted, fire roasted. Is it warped at all? Can't tell. We'll pretend like that one's a good one. This one, oops, see, look, no material on the back. It's exactly what you don't want to see. Or actually, if you're looking for a failure, point of failure, you found it. You found it. You and I both found it. That is surefire failure. That ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work at all. At all. Now, why did it burn up? I don't know. Is there something wrong with the valve body? Did they push it too hard? No, I'm not trying to talk to you, Buck Del Campo. I'm trying to show the people. I'm trying to show the people what I'm doing here. Interrupter, man. Okay, for the sake of being thorough, I broke apart the front pump and or the main pump or the transmission pump, whatever you want to call it. And the first thing I see is, well, you'll see here. This is like funny, like burned a little bit. But then here, it is really tore up. Like that's no good right there. That's ruined. So yeah, that's supposed to be like a bearing surface. Somebody must have run it dry or something. There you go. Yeah. Yep. That's a no good. I don't know if that can be repaired or if that's like a... Anyways, front damage to the front pump. We're 100% sure there. That's why the clutch pack burned up, because it didn't have pressure. Yeah, it was trying to run with no fluid. Without fluid, it won't pressurize, it won't clamp down on the clutches, and then you're toast. You know, because all the fluid comes in here, or maybe in here, I don't know. It comes in one and out the other, right? But if there's a big gouge like that, then the fluid's just gonna, no pressure's gonna build. So I'll bet you if we had tested this, pressure tested this, it would show that it didn't have good line pressure. There you go. Now you know, and knowing's half the battle. I gotta find a front pump for a 904 transmission. Why do I have a feeling this is gonna get expensive real fast? I guess I don't know. Did they interchange with the older ones? Are these splines the same? These splinities? I guess we got research. More research to do.